Hey, what's up guys, this is Johan, and in this video I'm just gonna give you guys a general update. I've been missing for a couple weeks, so I'll let you guys know what's going on with the reef tanks and everything else that's going on in my little hobby. Alright guys, so let's first start off with why I've been missing for a little while. Well, first update, I cut my hair. I'm looking weird, I gotta get used to it. But why I've been missing, every year I get sick. Most of the time I get sick once a year. This year so far I haven't gotten all the way sick, but I have been suffering from pollen allergies, and I get it really bad every year. So sometimes I get a sinus infection and all stuff like that. But this year I happened to do a few things that helped me get over my pollen allergies. I had some, it helped me a little bit better, but I was still sick to the point I couldn't make a video. I couldn't deal with lights in my eyes, so camera lights, and then trying to edit the video on a monitor, I couldn't do that. So that's that, and that's why I have been not being able to make a video. So that's that, but let's get into updates of all the systems and what's going on. Alright guys, so here is the quarantine system. I still only got the Queen Angel in here. I am thinking of setting up the 75-gallon tank and just having it run only for the Queen Angel and the Nassau I have in quarantine right now. And I wasn't gonna buy any fish, but just for the meantime, get them out of this small holding system. They're cool, but this is the Queen Angel over here, and then the Nassau is right there chilling. It's been in quarantine for almost a month now, but I'm still gonna leave it in there. Hyposalinity, both systems are in hyposalinity, and the Queen Angel has been in hyposalinity for almost 7-8 months. Probably longer. Since my last house I have the Queen Angel in the hyposalinity, and she's doing fine, or he's doing fine. So those are the two quarantine systems. 10-gallon nano, it's doing its thing, just chilling. Look at all the euphyllia, how big they look. They just exploded in the system. The only coral that's still not doing all that well is that Monty right there. You can see the brown spot is getting a little bigger, so I have to frag that, but the back side is starting to regrow, so I may have to cut that part out and put it somewhere, see if it bounces back, but it's doing really good. Brighten this back up. I also got a a frag system, frag system. The corals in the 20-gallon nano were doing extremely well, and to the point where they were just overgrown and just all over the place. So I cut this up into a few pieces. So I cut one head off. I'm gonna cut it up some more. I got one frag right there, and then, like you guys knew, I took the other frag and put it over here because it was just too big. And some Monty frags, some acro frags, some Pavona, stuff like that. So I'm just taking a little taking some bits and pieces of coral that I have here that I will maybe sell later, or at least start seeding my bigger tank. Just little seeds, I may seed the bigger tank or sell them or whatever, but my first hand at fragging corals and having a frag tank. Next thing that's on is the 20-gallon nano, still going strong. One fish only still in here. I see clams and stuff, they're doing really well. Can't really complain about this system. It's been just holding strong. I am gonna frag some more of the corals in here because they're just overgrown, like this right here. Gotta frag that. This force fire digitize finally started to take off. You can see all the other little fingers that's coming up, and then same for this one as well, all the fingers that's coming up. So yeah, that's just a little general update of all the tanks and what have been disappearing for a little while. Another thing I have to do is I want to either build a frag system or a bigger frag system with some glass that I have from a it came with the house. was in my greenhouse, so I may just want to I was gonna just make a extremely large low boy frag system, or the next thing I want to do is add a refugium section to this. So I'm debating if I should make the glass that's right here into a refugium section, or should I make it into a frag system. But I am gonna add a refugium to this. There is a light that I received that I have to do a review on, so look forward to this video. You guys may have seen this. So that will be in an upcoming video. Expect that video to come out Friday, hopefully, if nothing crazy happens, but it's in the works of being done. Alright guys, so we're in my garage. It's a little bit more echoey in here, but this is where I'm currently storing my bigger tank. I'm still been waiting to get it moved out, because it's, like I said, it's a heavy tank, just out the way so I could park my cars in the garage. So just here, nothing too much to say about it, but it is, like I say, it's a heavy tank, half-inch glass, I think it was, yeah, half-inch glass. And I am one other thing I wanted to do with this tank, so I fill it with water and let it sit for like 5-6 days, and I noticed that the center was bowing a little bit more. It was bowing, actually, the center was bowing, and when I went to measure the actual distance, so it's 21 inches wide on each side, and then when I got to the center, it was a 1/4 inch wider. So that means it bowed at least about an 1/8 of an inch on each side. Now I've heard that bowing is normal in regular tanks, but that kind of frustrated me a little bit. Not frustrated me, but it kind of scared me. So one of the things I want to do before I set the system up is go ahead and do a Euro brace. So I've been looking at places where I could get 1/2-inch glass, and just trying to buy a pane of glass, non-tempered glass, is expensive. So now I see why some aquariums are so expensive, because just the glass, I was looking for just a 6-foot piece of 72-inch by 21 inch pane of glass, just some extra, so I could cut 3 inches on this side, 3 inches on that side, and then another 3 inch, and probably a Euro brace or double Euro brace the system. So just a 72 by 21 inch pane of 1/2-inch non-tempered glass, just regular anneal, no special things about it. That came up to about $1,000. That's about almost the same price, a little bit cheaper, a little bit lower than this tank. So $1,000 just so I could Euro brace the tank. I could buy 2 stands for this system. But yeah, I could buy 2 more tanks, and about 2 more tanks for this price of this, for just the Euro brace I want to do. But I want to make sure it's safe, so if anything happens, I'm not have to leave the state for any reason. I don't want my wife to have to deal with a flood or anything like that. I don't want the house to flood. Period. So that's that. That's the update with that tank. Now I want to show you guys where I'm planning to put the tank, and then as far as like the sump and the filtration I want to have done. Alright guys, so we're here in my living room area where I'm planning on putting the 180 gallon system. So 75 gallons right there, that's about 4 feet, and then the 180 should go about right here, so that should be about a 10-foot wall of aquarium. I'm planning on raising the 75 gallon up a little bit higher, or I might keep it the same height, so that the all stands match with the banister that's right there. I'm trying to do also a framing tech stand, saving up for that. So probably replace this wooden frame with a framing tech stand as well. So I'll just probably, instead of buying 2 different framing tech stands, just buy one 10-foot long framing tech stand, which is about 92 inches or so, about that. Buy one long one, so I could have the 2 tanks right next to each other. And then what I'm planning on doing is having basically a mirrored aquarium. It's not mirrored, but 2 different aquariums. So one with all my that's plain acros and coral and angels, and then the other one with some soft coral. So it's like two different tanks, two different approaches on the saltwater tankscape. So one is gonna be aquapore dominate, which is the bigger one. I'm still debating, and then the other one is gonna be mixed reef, different stuff. So I'm still debating which one I might flip it around and have acros in the 75 gallon, and then have mixed reef in the 180. So it's still in debate. If you guys think I should do whichever one you want to do, you guys could comment down below, and that could also sway my decision. Now, another thing I want to do is, as far as the sump filtration, for the first 6 months of me running both systems up, I'm gonna have the sump filtration up here, and just for a little while. But after that, I want to quickly move it either downstairs or outside. So let's go back downstairs in the office, and then we'll talk about what I want to do. Alright guys, so we're downstairs in the office again. Pardon my little fish mess. I came down here I did some water change and stuff, so still working on another water change. So what I'm planning to do, if you guys could see from here, it's about 2 feet off the wall that's just dedicated just to these aquariums only. I was thinking of putting a wall right here, so this tank is gonna move, so a section just probably gonna come out from here or further back, probably about there. That's gonna be just straight to about there, and that's just gonna be dedicated to a fish room. And I just drop the pipe is gonna come down from the roof straight down into some area, fish room area. And I'm gonna lose, I know I have to lose about 4 feet anyway, because I have to reinforce the floors for the tanks that's going to be upstairs. If I move this drop ceiling right here, you guys could probably see. So try to move it, but it's stuck. There, I got it. There we go. So if you guys could see, it's a cooling system, a pipe, and then this is one of the beams. So that one back there is a load bearing beam, and the rafters or the beams go this way. So the tank is gonna go this way as well. So I'll have to reinforce the floors no matter what. I was gonna reinforce it even if the beams are going this way, but this, because all the beams come against with the way the tank is gonna go, that's gonna reduce the amount of support it has. So I definitely have to reinforce the floors. But I'm gonna get some just regular poles. The basement poles, or I was thinking of getting some 6x6s, but those are a little bit more bulky, so I might just get some poles, kind of like what's I see in my garage. So just probably have the pipes coming straight down into here, into the fish room. This is going to be a locked off area. That should take care of the filtration inside, but the problem I'm having with that is I don't want to deal with any noise issues from any pumps, or or have to deal with humidity in my office, because I have computers and stuff over here. I'm always building something with my computers. Right there, it's my little brother's computer that's taken apart, and I put that together. So it's been sitting like that for almost a month. And I don't want it to be exposed to too much salt and all humidity in the air. So that's one thing I'm considering, because this is my office space. I could probably put an exhaust fan right there and just suck out all the moisture. I do have a bit of humidity in here with my current setup. I have like 3 or 4 tanks and fresh water and all that, but that doesn't really hurt me too much because they're small systems. The next thing I was planning on doing is running all the pipes coming down here, run this way, locked in, run out this way, and then let's go outside to the other side as well. So we're outside here, and that window's right there. So under my little patio area, my deck area, I have this space that's just not being used, and I was planning on well, at least thinking of excuse me, I'm still coughing over the pollen. I'm still planning / thinking of making this under area a a big fish room. I have a lot more space to play with if I make it out here. Of course, that's going to take a little while longer, and it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but I'll have a whole lot more room. I have about 11 feet off the ground where this makes, and probably going to make a roof that slants down. And then I'll probably have to make a floor right here, level floor, and then just put up some insulation for when the winter and the when the winter and when it gets really hot or when it's really cold. So just some insulation, just extension. Probably gonna have the pipes come out here and then drain down into the system. So that's my second option. Obviously, it's gonna cost more money if I put it out here. Alright, yeah, guys. So I just want to flip the camera around. So I was thinking, if I put it, things to consider as far as the placement of just can't get used to my hair. Things to consider as far as the placement of the fish room. If I put it downstairs, obviously I will have to block that off, and then I wouldn't have to worry about as fast a more expensive pump, less electricity, but then I'll have to try to insulate it to where I don't have that much humidity in that basement, and then my office area, and then I'll be losing about 4 feet off of my office, which I don't use right now, but I am planning on using later on for different things if the channel gets any bigger, which it's getting bigger, different things that I want to do. So it would be cheaper to put it inside. I'll still have to put up walls no matter what, and I'll still have to insulate the place. And then putting it out here, it would be a little bit more money I have to worry about, because I have to put a floor. I have to basically build a little shed out here. I could probably buy one of the cheap sheds by Lowe's, but they're still about $1,000. So anywhere from $500 to $1,000 for one of those sheds. So I could build the way I like to spend money. It's kind of like how I like to buy coral. You buy one little frag once a month or something like that. So instead of me buying an entire shed, I'll probably put up one wall, put up the floor 1 month, and then that way I save money. But another thing I'll have to worry about is, besides just building it, it is insulation. That's another cost, and then a pump that's big enough to push the water back out. So I was looking at the most power efficient pump, and that's one of those Abyss pumps, because I was thinking of pool pumps as well, but those can cost money as far as the electrical bill. So I was thinking of Abyss pump. I'll have to save up for that as well. So those are my options of where I may put the fish room. I'm leaning more towards out here, even though it's going to be a little more costly. The only thing I will have to worry about there is my sewer pipe that runs out underneath here, and then it goes to my septic system, which is right back there. So I just have to probably have an access panel or access in the floor to where I can access that pipe if it ever clogs, if it ever damages, anything like that. But yeah, that is that, guys. And I'm out here. I mean, if you guys are into the greenhouse stuff and all that, that's still making its way. I gotta kind of wash this out. There's mold and all kinds of stuff that's on there. The garden bed is still there. Nothing too crazy about that. This is my first time actually walking in my backyard in about a month. I need to do my lawn and my apple tree. Well, I got an apple tree. So first time I've been out in the back in a while because of the pollen. It's still out here, but I work outside and I am in pollen all day long. I wear a mask and I take bee pollen. So those are the things that I've been doing this year, at least, to get me feeling a little bit better. I'm just taking a walk to get the trees out. So you guys are walking in the backyard with me. So it's my apple tree fallen. It's been really windy here, so I gotta get this up as well. My bit of apple tree. So damn, I really gotta cut the grass. Hi, this stuff is knee height. So yeah, the bee pollen, I gotta do that, and that basically allows me to feel better. Bee pollen, I take it 6 months before, and then After that, I had to take some Zyrtec almost daily, and then I wear a mask. So that helps. It prevents me from breathing in the pollen, and the mask prevents me from breathing in the pollen, and then the bee pollen kind of raises my resistance to it. It's like dosing yourself, like almost like a vaccine. And then the Zyrtec just helps me. It just helps me. Any little eye-watering sneezing, it kind of cuts that out a little bit. But that works fine while working during the day. But when I come home, it's like I can't breathe. My eyes are burning and itching. I have to use eye drops, and that doesn't help. So it's nice to be outside. But yeah, so I walk back to the house. So it does that for that update. If you guys like this video, go and hit the like button down below, and also remember to subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.